we are celebrating 150th birthday of Swami Vivekananda. So I have small questions for you. Ready to answer? Sure? Swami Vivekananda went to America to participate in what? World Parliament of Religions. Where this was held? Chicago. Very good. In which year it is held? Which year? 1893. Very good. Who told that? Please stand up. Yes, give a good clap for him. Sit down. So there was a place in the Chicago where this congregation took place. So there were a huge audience present there. How many were present? Please stand up and answer. 7,000. What is your name? Yes, a good clap for him. Yes. So now, visualize an audience of 7,000. Now we are here about 1,000 audience. Means 7 times more than this number is present there. So they are the cream of American society. Many of them are engineers, doctors and so on that. So they are the audience. So all this audience, they have never seen Swami Vivekananda. They had heard about his name. So this is the background. So with this background, this monk stands up, addresses the audience. How did he address the audience? One person, please stand up. No. Repeat again. What's your name? Yes, he's right. He addressed as sisters and brothers of America. How many words are there in this? These 5 words only he uttered. How did the audience respond? Not like this. Stand up. Come on. Went on for 3 minutes. Till 2 minutes more. Post again. Again. I am keeping time. Still 1 minute to go. మళ్ళీ తగ్గిపోయింది ఫోర్స్. seconds to go. మళ్ళీ తగ్గిపోయింది ఫోర్స్. got tired. Very good, well done. Please be seated. Now think very seriously on what I am going to tell. Why I made you clap for 3 minutes. Now you realize how difficult it is to clap for 3 minutes. Why? Because you are aware you are clapping. But those 7,000 audience present there, they were not aware what they were doing. So they were able to clap the thundering applause for 3 minutes. It's a history, it has happened. Now just imagine, you might have heard the best talks, but when will you clap? Only in the middle of the talk or at the end of the talk. You may clap for maybe 10-20 times, that's all, 30 times or 100 times maximum. But here, is yet to start this talk. Just think very seriously. Nobody has seen this person Vivekananda, they have not heard him. These 5 words only uttered, sisters and brothers of America. So what made this 7,000 audience to stand up, give an ovation like that to him? What did they see in him? It's a very serious thing I am putting to you. Please think seriously. This never happened in the history of any country. 3 minutes, non-stop, loud, that tremendous applause, whole hall was reverberating with that. What they saw in him. So that's why he says the most unique person our motherland has produced. Na bhuto na bhavishyati, we can't get a person like this. Not in the past, not in the future. Understand who is this great person, most unique person, this Vivekananda. The message is given to us, such a powerful, most wonderful message. So if you condense the message of Vivekananda, what is the message? All of you know it? Come on. Arise. Yes. Repeat. Arise. Awake. And stop not till the goal is reached. Now I'll put a question. The question is, when somebody is asleep, we say, come on, wake up, wake up, wake up. Are you in sleep? Are you sleeping or are you awake now? Are you sure? Not in sleep. Then why Vivekananda He is addressing you, awake, arise, awake. Why did he do that? He said, you are in deep slumber, you are sleeping. Why did he say that? Again, arise, awake, arise, awake. Again, he is telling us, are we sleeping or are we awake? You all say you are awake. Why did he address us as arise, awake, arise, awake? Levandi, melkonandi ante artham enti? See, nice answer. So understand this. I will tell you a story which Vivekananda has told. So there was a flock of sheep. The shepherd is to take this flock of sheep for grazing in a forest. So at a particular day, a huge lion pounced upon this flock of sheep. When this lion pounced upon the flock of sheep, the lion was carrying, it was pregnant. In that process, it gave birth to a small baby lion. That lion passed away. So hear it very attentively. I am going to ask you questions again on this. So this baby lion was being brought up along with the flock of sheep by the shepherd. A few years went by. This baby lion grew into a huge lion. But what lion is eating? He is eating grass. Is it roaring? How it is crying? Like sheep. So how do we call it? Can we call it a lion or can we call it sheep? We call it a sheep lion. It has both qualities. To look at it is like a lion, but quality is like a sheep. So this is sheep lion. So one day the sheep lion also goes along with the sheep for grazing. So then another lion pounced upon this flock of sheep. So seeing that lion, all the sheep are running away in fear. Along with that, the sheep lion also is running. Imagine a lion running out of fear, seeing another lion. So the lion was surprised. Just like me, another lion running away from me. So she chased it, got hold of it. So then sheep lion is telling, please don't kill me, I am a sheep. So lion is telling, no, you are not a sheep, you are a lion. No, I am not lion, I am a sheep. Don't kill me, please leave me. Now how to convince this sheep lion that you are not a sheep, you are a lion? How to convince it? So this lion is very intelligent. It dragged that sheep lion to a huge well in the forest. It's full of water. So when it said, see my reflection in the water, see your reflection in the water. So the sheep lion saw, then it realized, yes, I am not a sheep, I am a lion like this lion. It realized it's not a sheep anymore. So words could not convince, so the experience convinced that sheep lion. So the lion told, you must eat meat, not grass. So he brought a piece of meat, pushed into his mouth, started tasting it. How it got? It is there, inborn in the lion. It can't eat grass, can eat only the meat it can eat. He told, you must roar like a lion. He showed how to roar. It picked it up immediately. Now, all of us are behaving like sheep lions. Do you understand? That's why Swamiji tells us, wake up. Wake up means what? You have forgotten your true nature. Is it not? Says wake up means what? Realize your true nature. What's your true nature? You are spirit by nature. A spark of divine is in every one of you. The all-powerful spirit can do anything and everything. See how he makes us do it. So he says, Kim nama rodasi sakhe tvai sarva shakti amantrayasva bhagavan bhagadam swarupam त्रैलोक्यमेत दखिलं तव पादमूले आत्मैव हि प्रभवते ना जडः कदाचित्. किम नाम रोदसी सखे? My dear friend, why do you weep and wail? Tvai sarva shaktihi, your all power is in you. Amantrayasya bhagavan bhagadam swarupam, realize your true nature, real nature, your divine by nature. You're not anymore a sheep, you're a lion. So that's why he says, calls all of us as sheep lions. Not aware of our true nature. So Swamiji tells us, realize your true nature. So what happens? When you realize your true nature, he says, teach yourselves. Please repeat. Teach everyone his real nature. Call upon the sleeping soul and see how it awakes. Power will come. Glory will come. Goodness will come. Purity will come. And everything that is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. See what a powerful message has given us. So our souls are sleeping. So we are not really awake. So what we should do? Souls must wake up from the slumber, deep slumber. So realize you are an all-powerful spirit, not this body. So when the soul realizes it, it wakes up. So then the real power will come, glory will come, goodness will come, purity will come. And what is excellent will come when the sleeping soul is roused to self-conscious activity. So may Bhagavan Sri Ramakrishna, Mother Sharada Devi and Vivekananda bless you all. Thank you.